Hi ladies, I just thought I'd do a recap and show you some more things I've been doing for my craft fair that's coming up on the 7th of December. Before I start, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to Fiona Jennings. Most of the ladies that, most of my craft buddies on here I've met through Fiona's channel. So you'll all know about the lovely gift that she's given me, which is actually the prize that she got from the Craft Academy Awards. So I'm absolutely thrilled to pieces. I'm so lucky that she picked me, and I can't wait for the stuff to come, and I'm going to make a project and I'll show you all. So that's really cool. But I don't know how long it's going to take to come because it's an American store. So it might be after Christmas now before I get to make the actual project. We'll just see how quick it takes to come. Anyway, I've done these jars. This is another thing I've done. And I've got this inspiration for this off of Kimmy Ward. Because when she did her craft stall, she made some pincushion jars. And I thought I'd just go a step further and I'm going to put sewing kits in them as well. Now the jars are actually salsa jars. And they're Aldi salsa jars. So that's your first scrimper tip. Don't buy Doritos, get it to Aldi, 69p. Now my husband adores these, so we go through, I bet we go through 2 jars a week, so I have loads of these jars. So I thought, right, I saw Kimmy's pincushion jars, so I thought, oh, that's a really good idea to recycle them jars. So then I had a shifty about on YouTube and I came across, yet again, one of Fiona's videos. And she made very much the same as this. Hat, I think it was a hat. I think hers was said the design of hers was a hat, but it was a stick pin holder for really fancy stick pins. And she explained how she'd done it and I thought, yeah, I bet I could do that and put that on a lid. That's a really good idea. And she'd got some of her inspiration from a lady called Glenda Cairns, or Cairns, I'm not sure. So if you want to check Glenda Cairns out, she's got some nice stuff. And if you haven't come over here from and found me through Fiona Jennings, then get yourself over there and have a look at her channel. That's Jennings644, because the amount of things that you will learn from that lady's channel, if it's not on there, it's not worth learning, because she's got everything. Absolutely everything. So if you're not already a follower, subscriber, get yourself over and have a look. Right, so I followed, I have done this method before. It's a little bit like if you know how to make lollipop flowers, then you can cover this. I basically cut out a circle of card, drew around the lid, cut out a circle of card, and then I have a stash of an old quilt that I keep wrapped up in my garage. I took the cotton cover off, washed it, and I keep it for padding, for things like this. So then I cut 3 circles, the same size as the lid of the duvet, and I stuck them together with that glue, tacky glue it is, because I didn't want to use hot glue because I thought it might leave hard bits in the middle. So I stuck 3 layers of padding, unless you've got like that toy stuffing, whatever. And then you cut the circle of fabric bigger than the lid, and then you do a running stitch all the way around, then pull it tight, like doing a lollipop stick flower. And then I just did a lace ruffle, like how you do a flower, but I didn't pull it as tight together in the middle. You leave a bit of a gap like that. And then I hot glued that on. Then just hot glued the fancy bits on. Hot glued these flowers, put what you want on. There you go, here, presto. This one's I've done a little bow out of the trim because I did stick a lace round the lid of the jar there, but the lace was a bit big, so I trimmed it off and I used the trim here. So the lid's covered. All I need to do is, if I can just take the lid off of this, I just need to cover the inside of the lid. I'm going to put some scrapbooking material. And do you know what? I have bleached and washed these jars and they still smell a tiny bit like salsa. So if anybody out there has got a tip for how you can get rid of smells from glass, can you let me know? I do think that I've read somewhere, because I don't often forget what I've seen or read. I've got quite a good memory. I I think I've read somewhere bicarbonate of soda, but I'm not sure. So if there's any ladies out there that know how I can get that salsa smell out of these jars before I put my sewing kits in, can you let me know? I'm going to just put, I'm just going to shred some pink paper in my shredder in the office, put it in the bottom, and then in the pound shop you can get really big like kits of sewing, spools of thread and needles and stuff. I'll just get one of those and split it and put a few bits and bobs in each. I made these little pins. They're just oversized. I got them from the market actually. When I got my fake glue, I got these. You got 30 for £1, so I thought I'd try them. And they're a little bit thicker than standard dress pins, so they're quite good. And then I just put some crystal beads on the way that Fiona does them by just having a tiny little bit of glue, and I'm getting better at that, doing that now. I think I've got that method sus, because before I was like blobbing glue everywhere, and glue were bigger than beads. But I think I've got it kind of sussed now, and they look quite tidy. They're not too bad. So they're just a bit fancy. So I did those on each. So as my husband eats more salsa, I'll just keep making them. They didn't take very long to make at all. So, and I think they're really pretty. I've been making little bags, little pump bags. I'm sorry if it's a bit shaky. And obviously I've got my bunting that I showed you what I'm allowed to make. I've got yards and yards and yards of that. I also made these. They're nothing artistic. These are just little things for people to pick up. Now these they're just little notebooks, little spiral notebooks, and I got them from the pound shop. And I think you got them in a pack of 6 of these for £1. No, there were 6 in a pack, and then I think you got 3 for £1. So you got like 18 of these for £1. I think they were like reduced to get rid of them. So you will get, so yeah, I got like 18 of these little spiral notebooks for £1. So I got these little gel pins. You get, I think, is it 10 or 12 for £1? And then the little bags I always have in. So all I've done is I've just used, I think this is cupcake paper. I think it's called cupcake, which I got reduced. I didn't pay a right lot for it. And then I just glued some of this little like raffia type stuff on and a little gem and put them in a bag, and tried to match the pens up with the colours. And I've tried to do different colours because different people like different colours. And I just thought for a little craft fair, little gift, a little stocking fill or whatever, I just thought they were alright. They might sell for, I don't know, £1? Do you think I'll get away with £1 for them maybe? I don't know. Even if I only sell them for 50 or 60p, I'll have made a bit of money, won't I? So there you go. Made quite a few of those. Now I did do it the hard way, to be honest, and I don't think I'll do these again. I took all the spirals off every single one, and then covered it, punched the holes, and put the spiral back. So it was quite hard work. I have seen ladies do it where they just like snip here and shove it round the spirals, but I couldn't get that to work for me. So I did it the hard way, like I normally do, all around houses. But I think they were quite cute, and I think they'll probably sell. And if they don't, it ain't cost me a right lot of money, so I've not really lost much. Right, I'm sorry it's shaky, I'm holding it, because I haven't had a wash or brushed my hair yet, so I'm not showing my face today. Right, this is me, how far I've got with my steampunk thingy. That if you've been watching, you'll know we're making out of the Dora, the Explorer book that I cut in half. So basically, I stuck it all over with the paper, and I've grunged up the edges. I've tried to make like this. I've tried to make it look like it, you know, a mucky old book, like it really aged. So I've done like the spine even darker and stuff like that. I haven't finished the front yet. I want to put something down there, but I'm not sure what. So what I did was, so far, I've made that little pocket and just some little tags that I've just cut. And then I found these metal washers. and I just coloured them in, to be honest. I don't have any alcohol inks or anything, so I just coloured them in with a Sharpie. And then I bought some like bubble letters, so I spelt the word idea. And then I put glossy accents in to make it look like a bubble. Because I was just playing with glossy accents, to be honest. I did use it to glue this pocket on, and I wish I had them because it's left like a shiny residue where it's seeped out a bit. So I know not to really use it on detailed gluing. And then I cut that finger and pointed it to idea, because the idea was, and the reason I've put idea, I've put these at the other side. Now these, I've turned them into photo pictures and glossy accented them. But these are magnets. They're the back of some little tiny photo frames. And the idea was that they would stick to the washers and keep it closed. And it kind of works, but not quite, because the book's a bit thick. But that was the idea. So that's why I've got the finger pointing to idea, because I thought I was being a bit clever. But I won. So it's not quite, I mean, it does stick together, but because of the thickness of the book, it just pops back open. But never mind, don't matter. And then I just like ragged around the edges with the edge of my scissors to make it look a bit distressed. So I've still got the inside to do yet. So there you go, that's where I'm up to so far with that. I just thought I'd show you. It's kind of been put on back burner because of my craft fair. And that's it for now. So, but yeah, if anybody can think how I can stop my sewing kit smelling of Aldi salsa, I'd be really grateful. Right, ladies, I think that's all I've done really this week, because as I say, I've been busy sewing, so I haven't done a great deal. So, yeah, that tip would be appreciated. And I will speak to you all soon, and take care, and bye for now.